All right, thank you so much for our Master of Ceremony. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to continue this special celebration, the 60th anniversary of IAI. My name is Tiara Harahap, and I'm pleased to host this special talk show. So, why is this so special? Because I'm sitting right now with a legend, Mr. Ignasius Jonan. Please give a big round of applause for him. Which is, we know, he was a Minister of Indonesia Working Cabinet 2014 until 2019, and also his accountant who has served 2 terms as a member of IAI Advisory Board. So, this is so special, like I mentioned to you before, because we will explore how trust, innovation, and good leadership can help Indonesia move confidently into the future, especially as our institution, our industries, and our people face rapid digital and structural change. And also, today we're going to hear many insights from Mr. Jonan. You look very, very good in that Nusantara Wasra Indonesia, Mr. Jonan. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
You're okay? Yeah, I'm good as well. So, thank you so much for celebrating this moment with us. Thank you so much for joining us. We have so many professionals here that I believe they're eager to hear your insight, Mr. Jonan. So, before we begin our conversation, we would like to invite you to share your perspective on today's theme, Leadership for Indonesia's Future, Trust, Reform, and National Resilience. So, Mr. Jonan, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Can I stand?
Yeah,
Okay.
please.
Good afternoon, everybody. I think my session will be the last one for today, before the dinner. And actually I have prepared some slide presentation, but I talked to my charming moderator today that she would prefer to have a longer dialogue with me. Then I said, okay, let me only share 2 short videos quoted from the World Economic Forum that I believe which are badly needed for this nation. Please don't start first. Okay. In my opinion, so moving forward, there are 2 key issues on the national leadership as well as, business leadership. One is the AI. This morning, the keynote speaker, the coordinating minister also mentioned about AI. So I would like all of us to understand about the perspective about AI that is generally accepted these days. That's one. Why? Because, except for the overseas visitors, many of us who are sitting at this front table came from my generation, the generation who never learned AI in their schools before. So that's why I would like all of us to understand about the perspective of AI. The second video will be about the ESG leadership. The ESG leadership, I think it is badly needed for all of us, for the accountant especially, who will also help to guide the corporation to prepare the sustainability report in the future. So let's start with the first video. Can the operator help me?
If we think of a machine trying to imitate a human perfectly, which is sometimes called the Turing test of intelligence, I think that's much too narrow a focus for AI. It will make AI that doesn't exceed humans in many of the ways that it could be exceeding it, and also tends to replace humans. A better approach is to have an AI that does new things, in particular does things that humans are not good at, and then we each have our strengths. We can have humans doing things that we're good at, taking care of kids and talking to each other and interacting, and machines do what they're good at, optimizing a route or doing some other things. There's this amazing gap that's emerging right now, that's growing right now. My friends in computer science are improving the technology. There's more hardware, there's more funding. At the same time, our organizations, our institutions, our laws, and most fundamentally our economic understanding is not improving very rapidly. In fact, in some ways, it's not improving at all. And that gap between the technological capabilities and what we actually understand is getting bigger and bigger as the technologies get better. So we need to close that gap, and specifically what we need to do is invest more in economic and sociology and policy and public policy research to understand better what are the implications for society, because it's dangerous to have that gap. That gap is where most of our big problems and challenges of the next 10 years are going to be, also where most of our big opportunities to make the world better are going to be. Technology has always been destroying jobs, has always been creating jobs at the same time. But there can also be sometimes paradoxically a bit of a productivity slowdown before it takes off. This is something I call the productivity J curve. It can look a little bit like a J, a little down and then up. And the reason it looks like a J is that in that initial period, companies are doing that transformation. They're developing new business processes, they're reskilling the workforce. These are creating intangible assets, but they're not measured anywhere. And so all that effort doesn't show up as greater output. But once they have new processes and figured out how to use the technology, then you have a takeoff. But that early period can be very discouraging while you're waiting to see if you can get things working correctly. The message that I like to leave with policymakers is that there's no single inevitable future that AI is either going to always pay off, or that AI is going to destroy jobs, or that AI is going to lead to concentration. All of these are possible futures, but AI is a very powerful tool. And if you think about it, if you have a powerful tool, almost by definition, that means you have more power to change the world. That's what tools do. That means your choices make a bigger difference than before. So we have a lot of different paths ahead of us, one with greater productivity, more widely shared prosperity, one with many people involved, or the opposite of all those things. Policy makers need to realize that we have the initiative. It's not what AI is going to do to us, it's what choices we are going to do using AI to transform the world. And ultimately, that means we have to think hard about what are our values, what are our goals, what is it that we hope to achieve with AI, and make sure that we are steering AI in those directions rather than just blindly hoping for the best.
Thank you. Let's go for the second video for the ESG leadership. It will take another 3 minutes.
I think nobody should be appointed to decision-making positions if they're not thinking about the future generations. That's what young people can say. If you don't care about climate change, if you don't believe in doing something about it, if you maintain it's just a cycle that we can't have anything to do with, then that person doesn't deserve to be in office. It's like so many of the problems that we face. We really need to think holistically. And of course, we should be worried about the suffering of people, but at the same time, the climate crisis and the loss of biodiversity, because they go absolutely together. We mustn't forget about that. And we have to realize that war is actually having an unbelievable impact on the environment. And it's emitting vast amounts of fossil fuel, CO2, into the atmosphere to add to the greenhouse gases. Because we're human and we have, humanity needs to address human suffering. But we mustn't forget that if we don't at the same time address the climate crisis, that's going to lead to more and more and more suffering. Like already there are climate refugees, places where there's no water to grow the food, where it's too hot, where people are dying, people are flooded, lands are disappearing under the ocean already as the ice is melting. Once young people understand the problem and they are empowered to take action, there's no stopping them. Their enthusiasm, their determination. They start something, it doesn't work, they don't give up, they try again. And this is probably my greatest reason for hope. Two, this intellect of ours makes us more different from other animals than anything else, and we are beginning to come up with solutions, and we're beginning to think about our own environmental footprint. And then there's the resilience of nature. Places we've totally destroyed, nature, given time, will come back. Animals on the brink of extinction can be given another chance. And then finally, there's what I call the indomitable human spirit. People tackle what seems to be impossible and they don't give up. And so often they succeed and they inspire others around them.
Thank you very much. So those two issues are the center point of our incoming leadership, I believe, not only for our profession, but also for the national or for the future benefits of the journey of the mankind, I believe. So I pass it to my counterpart here to start having discussion. And I said to her that by only having those two videos, so I personally hope that we can have more dialogues,
Okay.
either on the ESG or on the or on the AI or digitalization and so on. So for people who are not from Indonesia, so I tell you a little bit of my background so you can raise your question more accurately or more astutely. So I used to serve as an energy minister in the cabinet 6 years ago, and before that in the transportation side. And after my retirement, so well, I advise many companies for the AI, for digitalization and so on. So please. And I never practiced accountancy in my career. Sorry. I just passed so many tests, but I never practiced.
Okay, please give a big round of applause for the amazing video and of course amazing remarks from Mr. Jonan. So yeah, to begin our conversation, I would like to touch one of the biggest transition Indonesia is facing today. We already saw the video as well. Mr. Jonan, actually from the video, we know that artificial intelligence and also digitalization is now helps us, and especially for Indonesian. So actually, what should we prepare to, yeah, this digitalization and also the transformation of all of this?
Well, I think personally I would suggest that all of us, the human beings, should try not to copy or to compete with the machine. That's all. We should do other things. That's my view.
And also, we know that a lot of things we can learn from your leadership experience, not only for our team today about digitalization and also the artificial intelligence and also, of course, the sustainability. I would like to know one of the biggest transition also. It's about Indonesia's moving toward to net zero 2016. And also big digital transformation, we know that. So in your perspective, what kind of leadership do we need to accelerate this transition? And yeah, some of that is we saw in the video.
For the net zero, by 2060, I think many of us will be irrelevant by that time. Well, 2060, I think another 35 years. I think half of the people sitting in this room will be irrelevant. If not three-quarter, including myself. Okay. Well, this is the thing. The investment will be very, very big, but most of all is the commitment. Where the commitment will come, in my opinion, because this is a fully democratic country, I believe the commitment should come from the people, should come from the public. If the public demands more cleaner air, more better living standard, and also better quality of the gasoline or gas oil, or more electric transportation vehicles and so on, I think the government, whether they like it or not, they will try to find a way to help the nation to achieve the net zero by 2060. 2060, in my opinion, is already quite some time. So it's 35 years. If we look at China, let's talk about China. China has 1,400 gigawatts of the installed capacity of the power. 1,400. Out of the 1,400, almost 400 at the moment come from the renewables. 400 gigawatt, it's big. Indonesia itself, the total capacity of the power is slightly less than 100. And I think the total renewables will be maybe now is 16%, and so on. So we need to catch up more. So I think by using the solar power or using the wind, those two are my personal favorite renewable energy that can be cheaper along the way.
All right. So basically, based your experience leading big reforms, we talk also about ISRF here. So yeah, ISRF here is Indonesia Sustainability Reporting Forum, and how important is one shared national platform like this, just like ISRF, to make change faster and also more consistent across the sectors, Mr. Jonan?
I don't know how to answer this question. Yeah, but you're talking about the IFRS.
Yeah, ISRF, Indonesia Sustainability Reporting Forum. That's a collaborative platform.
So my colleagues
helps a lot.
Yeah, my colleagues over there suggested me to involve deeper in this forum, and I'm committed to help. But actually, many experts, many technical experts from different kind of disciplines should also help, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And especially, we should also involve the industry. We should involve the businesses, aside from involving the government.
All right. So, if our companies join a collaborative platform just like ISRF, what benefits can Indonesia's companies get? Like as ISRF, if they join a collaborative platform just like this, especially to improve sustainability reporting and also attract investment from your perspective?
Anybody came from Pertamina in this room?
Pertamina?
Yeah, Pertamina.
Does that come from in Pertamina in this room?
Or PLN? Or National Power Company? No? Okay.
Nothing here, Mr. Jonan.
Okay, those two should involve or should influence maybe 1/3 of the whole initiative. Well, a few things that we should believe. I've been serving in the board of Unilever for almost 6 years by now. And at Unilever, the recyclable plastic packaging is 100% committed. And the cost of the recyclable plastic materials is no more expensive than the non-recyclable one. So this one is the very proof that we can save the earth, we can save life, we can keep moving with the sustainability even better. I understand that we cannot do the cost saving at the moment, but at least no cost increase by having the 100% recyclable plastic packaging. That is the first example. Second example, Unilever in Indonesia has 3 locations of manufacturing plants. One is the Medan Semangke, second is Jakarta Cikarang, and the third one is in Surabaya, Surabaya Siar Rungkut. So those 3 manufacturing plants consume huge amount of the power. And from those 3 locations, Unilever Indonesia purchased only the electricity from the PLN, National Grid Company, that sourced from the 100% renewable. So those 3 locations only purchase the power from the renewable sources, which is the hydro. How much does it cost? It double compared to the existing non-renewable cost. But so far, Unilever can survive. The product still leading the market and so on. And we are now, I think Unilever try to teach more younger generation to understand about how to appreciate, how to value the business or the product that support the sustainability. That's the example.
Okay. But if we talk about digital transformation, just like many changes going different from the globalization or also many transformation. If you were to define transformational leadership for Indonesia's future, Mr. Jonan, what would it look like in the face of climate and also thank change today?
I don't know. Anybody would like to help me to respond into this
About
interesting
climate and also technology, maybe it's challenging for us. So, how do you think about this?
question? And anybody would like to help me to respond to?
That's a lot because there is a challenging, Mr. Jonan. If you talk about there is a digital transformation, we know that that's something new for Indonesia and also the countries in South Asia. So one thing, if you were to define transformational leadership for Indonesia's future, Mr. Jonan, what would it look like in the face of climate and also technology change today?
Well, I understand that I get the question, but I try to manage to respond politely.
There is a true and also the facts that is very hard for me to say.
Palm tree is also a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not a similar tree that the forest used to cater.
Yeah.
This is my understanding. Well, climate change, this is what I believe. So my advice as a former regulator in the energy. So I believe some of you here came from the public side, from the regulatory side. So if possible, I used to advise when I was still in the office, but I did not succeed. No luck. So maybe we can try again. That what I will suggest, we cannot decline or we cannot cut the use of the fossil fuel, especially for the transportation in the short period of time. For the short, no. The answer is no and no. For the next 25 years, the fossil fuel or the gasoline or the gas oil will still be there for the transportation, whether we like it or we just don't like it. This is my introduction. BYD and Tesla, those two giants for the electric vehicle manufacturing, are now converting their manufacturing facilities into hybrid, into plug-in EV, plug-in hybrid EV, PHEV. They are not committing to the 100% electric vehicle anymore for the near future. No. Why? Because the challenge is on the charging station. It's a big challenge. It's a big challenge. If you try to invest for the super fast charging station, for the 40 kilowatts charging station that can charge your big car for less than 20 minutes, the investment will be big. And the grid company will not be ready. If 1 or 2 or 100, maybe yes. If 100,000, I don't think so. I don't think so. Not even, not talking about Indonesia. So even in the UK, in Europe, or in Australia, or even in the US, no. The answer is no. So the point is we still need the gasoline as the gas oil or the fossil fuel for at least for the transportation. So what should we do? My advice for Indonesia, we try to go into the Euro 4 standard or Euro 5 standard for the whole fossil fuel that we use in the transportation, for the gas oil or for the gasoline. So perhaps the regulator here can advise the government or the decision makers to make the standard. Maybe not now. 1 or 2 years transition may be enough. For our refinery, just 6 months, they'll be ready if we are committed. Well, some businesses will get impacted, but that's life. That's one. That's if you're talking about the climate change and so on, this is very, very important. Second is the preservation of the forest. Preservation of the forest, of the clean water. So, I don't know. If we try not to preserve the forest, I think the global warming will keep going up or will keep increasing. This is my opinion. So those two, the pollution, air pollution, and the forest. That's all. Well, waters, oceans, waters, another challenge. I think we are still far away from that part, and nobody believes me that we need to manage our waters and so on. But let's try with those two first for Indonesia.
All right, Mr. Jonan. We know that many organizations struggle enough, with the resistance to change. So, especially it's sustainability and specifically in digital transformation. From your experience, how do we build trust during this transformation? Because the most difficult thing to implement from some organization.
Sorry, can we let the audience to raise the question?
Okay. So, if you have any question, just one of two maybe, you want to answer, just maybe raise your hand. And we will give you a microphone. And maybe Mr. Jonan going to answer in the middle of this talk show. So, can you help?
Can somebody help for the microphone?
Don't forget to state your name before speaking.
Many accountants not interested with sustainability.
For sustainability. All right. So we go more substantial.
Yeah, my name is Grace. I'm the chairman for the Indonesia Corporate Secretary Associations.
Okay.
And
Who can I call you?
Grace.
Grace. Okay, Miss Grace.
Yeah.
From what kind of association?
Indonesia Corporate Secretary Association.
Oh, from the association.
Okay.
Yeah. we've been observing some of the other ASEAN countries on their readiness of their net zero emission. So Indonesia is 2060, but the rest of the ASEAN is 2050, and they are ready for the net zero emission for scope 1 and 2, which is the fuel and electricity even faster, like 2030. So I just want to get your opinion, point of view, how ready we are with this 2060. Are we on the right track? Do we need to renegotiate another 10 to 30 years? Because with this PSPK, so the IFRS 1 and 2 will be coming on in these 2 years' time. Do you think our companies are ready enough to implement all these IFRS 1 and 2? Just give the general observations of Pak Jonan on our company's readiness is in implementing sustainability in a strategic way, in the operation, in business, and everything. Given our growth, our everything, because Indonesia is a big company and our taxonomy is still relying a lot with the natural resources and fuel, like you mentioned. So do you think is it feasible enough for us to achieve 2016 net zero emission? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Grace. So another question, maybe? Or we'll let Mr. Jonan to respond first. So yeah.
I would, well, for this question, so I would like to ask Ms. Vatimena to answer the question. She must be the most senior government official sitting in this room right now.
Okay.
So I think you're the most senior one, ma'am. Would you help me to respond to this question?
Would you please?
Well, I think this question is more directed to the government policy, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, so I let Ms. Matimena to answer first.
So, ma'am,
Thank
please
you
give
very
us-
much, Pak Jonan. You become another moderator, I think. So allow me to stand up. Thank you very much for the questions. Yeah, I think it's a very, very good questions. Yeah, I think we all here in this room have the same concern with you, and also the government as well. From the government point of view, especially for me from the Indonesia Financial Service Authority, we already have the TKBI, ya, Taksonomi Keuangan Berkelanjutan Indonesia. What makes different the current TKBI with the previous taxonomy? The previous one is making like, the traffic light there, Pak Jonan. Yeah. Perhaps Pak Jonan is aware of this as well. So there is the industry is divided into the red, yellow, green. Yeah, so it is difficult for the financial service sector as well to give the lending, because if for coal power plant, for example, if it is categorized as the red industry, then nobody will provide financing for that. Now the taxonomy keuangan berkelanjutan Indonesia, the new one, the new version, is divided the industry into only two, green and transition. So aligned with the Pak Jonan mentioned about the policy that BYD decided, that is the hybrid, something like that. So if the industry is already doing the conversion, that it will be categorized as green, while it is having a roadmap for that, ongoing process of the conversion, it will be in the transition. So it will be more, we can say that it's a relaxation, but it's not a relaxation. Actually, we try to accommodate what we have, because Indonesia is very rich with the, the mineral, and you cannot just ignore that, because people also need to have works for that, right? So we need to balance for that, but also we have concern about the ecosystem, the ESG, and so on and so forth. So that's why we having the target by 2060, but it can be earlier if there is a acceleration for that, including the helping and the assistance from the international. So I think we are on the right track. But of course, the commitment from everybody, all stakeholders, is quite important. Especially also if we know the deforestation, which is now causing the disaster, yeah, perhaps in North Sumatra, that is a big concern for all of us. So
Finally,
yes.
government official admit it also.
So I think it should be the concern from all of us, and we need to remind the related person. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. I hope this addressed your question. Maybe Mr. Jonan going to give
I think
his perspective.
Yeah, I'm in line with Ms. Batimena's response. I think 2060 is still a long time, and if you ask me whether is it on track or not, it is not like doing the building block. So, but I believe that the preparation is ongoing. That the coordinating minister this morning also explained how to achieve that, the clean energy, the renewables, and so on. So few things that in the short term need to be addressed or need to be introduced. One is the higher standards of sustainability for the fuel that I mentioned, like the either Euro 4 or Euro 5 for the gasoline and gas oil. That's one. Second is that do we still need the coal for our power or not? The answer is until the end of the retirement of the newest coal power plant, I think we still need it. The challenge is that we need to install the parameter that will tolerate the ashes one. Second is the air pollution. My standard, we used to discuss about this, my standard is whether SOx or sulfur or natrium oxide should be no more than 50 ppm at any point of time. So I don't know whether now my successor still implementing it or not, and so on and so on. So this is the thing that in the short period of time can be implemented. For long term, the baseload, even the US still use the coal as the baseload. Even Japan still use the baseload. UK, they succeeded. They clean up, no more coal power plant, no more, but what will be the baseload? The gas. If we use the gas as the baseload in Indonesia by today, the electricity tariff will go into triple, approximately. So if you like that, so why not? I'm okay. Personally, I'm okay. So it will go triple. If 100% all the coal power plant, the thermal power plant converted to the gas fire, can it be done? Yes. Technologically, it can be done. Easily can be converted. But the electricity tariff will go triple, but immediately. So it's up to us to choose. So that's why Ms. Matiwena said, well, we have to make a balance and so on and so forth. Well, so that's life. But once again, even in Japan today, they still use coal as the base load. Not all, but some part, they still use the base load. In addition to the gas. In Japan, in the US also, in many countries in the European continent, they still use the coal. Even in Germany.
So I think Mr. Jonan is more interactive when talk about the net zero and anything with our audience. So yeah, if you have any question more, maybe 2 or 3 questions, just raise your hand. Maybe. Can we help? One of. Okay. 2 or 3 questions. Yeah, we're going to open the floor question. Yeah.
Yeah.
State your name before speaking, please.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, Pak Jonan. Let me introduce myself. I'm Robi from PT PAM Group.
Robbie for PT.
PT PAM Group. Okay.
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 Okay, Pak.
I will.
Your question, please.
Okay. Based on your experience leading a large-scale transformations, what is the most effective way to put ESG's value into the day-to-day cultures of an organizations? Thank you, Pak.
May I invite you to answer from Mr. Robbie?
Pak, you want my honest answer or not? You know my
I
honest
think
answer?
They want both.
Let me tell you one thing. When I was assigned to run the railways 16 years ago, we have one strong commitment. One, we decide not to fire people. But the second commitment is the most difficult, but is the strongest. From that time, we decided that if the machine can do the job, we will not ask the human do the same job. That's all. That's all. 16 years ago, Indonesian railways serve 183 million passengers per annum and 14 million tons of freight. By today, they serve more than 550 million passengers, 4 times. Okay? And the freight from 14 into almost 80 million, 6 times. And the number of the people working for the railways only increased by 15%. Because the rest are executed by the machines, by the robots, by the AI. That's my answer, Pak. Thank you.
Please give a big round of applause for the answer and also our audience. So, Mr. Jonan, actually, I'm going to talk about the governance into the future. You want to say something? Okay. What governance reform actually in maybe publics and also private sectors that are most urgent for the future, especially if you talk about Indonesia? Maybe has the correlation.
Ibu, you want to answer this?
Why you always ask the
Okay.
audience? Yeah,
I don't know who will help me to answer this. But I don't want to dominate the forum. But Ibu Linda, you want to
most
respond?
sector?
Oh, okay. Can you repeat the question, please?
The most important thing for the future, if you talk about private and also general sectors that we prepare for the future. If you talk about sustainability and also the digital transformation, maybe you wanna give your perspective as well before Mr. Jonan. Okay, yes, please, microphone. Little insight.
It's for Mr. Jonan. Is the mindset. Maybe he can continue to answer after that.
Okay. Please.
Yeah, I think it's a good response, I guess. So it's about the mindset.
Oh.
So, and thank you anyway for the organizer, Ibu Ali, to have the host from different generation. Yeah. So if many of us cannot catch up her question, so that means we are already outdated. Yeah. 10 minutes before this session, so I had a private session with her. My first question is, how old are you? She was shocked. I said,
It's the same
no,
with
listen to me. My daughter, I believe, is older than you. So you tell me how old you are. Then she explained. So I think it's good. So we have a different generation to raise this kind of issue, the sustainability, the AI and digitalization and so on. Because many of us here, especially people sitting at the front tables.
Don't angry. Don't angry.
Well, they have less knowledge about the digitalization as well and the sustainability. Yeah, that's right.
So maybe you're going to more question for the audience. There is question.
more?
One or two question maybe.
just one.
We have a lot of time.
No, I think just one.
Oh, just one. Okay, fine. One questions more. All right.
Hello. Okay, my name is Alfrey. I'm a great fan of Mr. Ignasius Jonan, and I think that Mr. Ignasius Jonan is the best transformation leader in Indonesia. He has successfully transformed the railway from traditional that we don't want to use it until we want to use it every day. So, quoting from John C. Maxwell, that a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So, would you please kindly provide the best advice how to be a great transformation leader like you? Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much for the question. That's the question for all of us.
Ma'am, is it a serious question or not? Okay, well, operator, please help me to prepare my slide. So I will show you. Let me respond to your question. Okay, so next slide, please. Please go ahead. Please move. Please. One more. Oop. Go back one slide. This is my advice. If we want to move forward, we have to accept the compliment as big as we have to accept the complaints or the critics. If we just cannot take the critics, I don't think we cannot move. We can move forward. So this is about the culture, right? Many of us grew up, or the upbringing just never understand how to accept the criticism. But this is very important moving forward. I believe many of us, so even in the Western world or in our world, in my personal world, so we get to use at home to accept also the criticism from our children and so on. Am I correct, Pak? Right? Okay. So that's my advice, Bu. Just one sentence, that's all. Thank you.
All right. You already closed the questions, but before we close the session, Mr. Jonan, to wrap up this, interesting discussion, please give us to hear your closing statement, please. Maybe just one sentence.
I have a short story. It is not about promotion. It's not that I will share my happiness, but this is the thing that we need really to ponder. This year, my youngest daughter, she is 27, graduated from London Business School 6 years ago. Got the award of the top 100 leading female in the technology in the world. 100 leading female in the technology in the world. But she is the only Indonesian out of the 100. India has 20. India has 20. Indonesia just has 1. That's all. So please push our younger generation to have more appetite not to learn about social knowledge or social sciences, but also go for the AI, go for the computer science, go for the physics, go for the mathematics, and so on. So that's very important. But that's all.
Thank you so much. Please give a big round of applause. All right, thank you so much for the insight, Mr. Jonan. Once again, today's conversation reminds us that trust and innovation, also strong leadership, are key to our futures, of course, Indonesia's futures. And yeah, that wraps our session. A gentle reminder that our session, our celebration will continue tonight at the gala dinner. So before I pass it back to our Master of Ceremony, I would like to say happy 60th anniversary for IAI. And my name is Tiara Harahap. It's been a pleasure guiding you this session. Thank you so much. And the floor back to our Master of Ceremony. Thank you.